Hey everyone, Tony D and Little Joan here with a screenwriter's rant on Not Alone, a movie about a family that moves into a house and turns out to be haunted. Wow, what a shock. Never seen that before. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Please check out my books, links in the description. Thank you for tuning in. Little Joan is very excited because we're about to eat dinner and I made the hamburgers, but I haven't put them on yet, so she's a little antsy. So the family buys this house, and there's voodoo going on in a local. I assume this takes place in New Orleans or near it. You can see the voodoo priestess there, and that I guess is the twist. I don't know if there's been a haunted house specifically for voodoo, but all sorts of terrible things are happening, and you got a pink-haired daughter here who's in it, and they keep seeing cool stuff. This here at the pool. They see it looks like somebody gets out of the water and walks around. That looked pretty cool. And then this guy is the ghost chaser. They bring in. They put out an appeal on the internet, and this guy answers with all his gadgets and whatnot. And he's like the short woman from Poltergeist. We've got to do something for this house kills us all. And so they have to do something about the ghosts before they're all horribly murdered, I assume. Weird credits. I assume this is a low budget flick. It looks good. I made a joke at the beginning, but I think it looks pretty good. The music's definitely there. Directed and written by Lydell Jackson and Cecil Reed, starring Sarah Schroeder, Matt Zikin, Pat Healy, and Richard Lawson. So looks good. I mean, I definitely like the music. I think the music was on point. I think the cast looks good, and they were acting well. So for a low-budget movie, this was a top-notch acting cast. A lot of times a low-budget movie you get, and when I mean low-budget, this is pretty low-budget. But these guys seem to be very on point with their acting. I like the premise with the voodoo, and you have, you have actors who are doing the voodoo thing, and that's cool. I think it's based in a kind of reality that makes sense. The voodoo stuff, does happen still, and if you're into voodoo, I'm sure you'd be like, oh, well, that kind of stuff doesn't happen. But it's based in something that movie audiences can sort of get behind because they don't know it, and you can kind of explore it a little bit. And it has some connection to the supernatural realm, so it makes sense, in other words, to a movie audience. So first act, they move into the house, and they love it, and they see something weird and creepy, but, it's no big deal, we're going to buy the house anyway. Second act, they see more and more creepy stuff, they call the cops tell them in this trailer, oh yeah, we've been out here a bunch of times, didn't your real estate person tell you? And then there's some voodoo priestess. I guess they're messing with them for whatever reasons they have. And then the third act is probably in the midway through the second act. The Ghostbuster guy comes in, and then he's going to be in it to the end until they solve the problem. And then people are horribly murdered or near murdered, and then the end. A horror movie could kind of go either way. I assume this has more of a poltergeisty ending, where the family wins and saves the house, or they leave the house. But either way, I think they all survive. Maybe the young brother dies. I don't know. He wasn't in much of the trailer, but I kind of doubt it would be too big of a downer. Maybe the Ghostbuster guy dies. See, they could kill him off, and that would be like, well, he wasn't in the family, and he sacrificed himself to save the family. Kind of noble death. Definitely not the woman, maybe the husband, but I kind of doubt it. So it's called Not Alone. I think it's a solid entry. I think you could do a lot worse than this. It looks good, sounds great. Really did enjoy the music. The music on this is top notch, and the acting too. Lighting's a little low. It's okay. It's all right. Totally serviceable. And I think there's a lot going on in the movie that would be interesting to watch, quite frankly, with the Ghostbuster and the voodoo guys. I'm interested to see. So I will probably seek out this movie if it's on one of my streaming services. I would watch it then. It's called Not Alone. Coming soon to TV screen near you. And that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. Check us out on BitChute and Rumble. You get some long videos there. And we'll see you tomorrow.